All right. Just doing a couple of things. We are live on YouTube. We are also live with the group. CPI data is coming out in about 20 minutes. So this morning we were talking on the stream and talking about how we thought this was going to drop back down. We started getting this consolidation, and I wanted the price to come back down in here. And this is exactly that pattern that I keep calling out all the time. If we can figure out a way to hone in on this pattern and take the trade on it, it'd be so much easier. So we drop into a 1 minute chart on this. You see, probably could have taken a trade right here and been done for a couple of points at least. This price right here dipped into that daily price but held. And then we started moving above it. Now, I didn't take a trade on this and wouldn't take a trade on this considering news is coming up here in just a little bit. But if you're looking for 3 to 5 points, you're probably already in and out, depending. Before news happens. I mean, this would have been my target right here at about 350, 43.90, 350. But that's kind of the pattern we keep talking about. We've got consolidation, kind of manipulated up and then manipulated down. Took a run on those stops below here. This is the daily price line. So I use an indicator called the daily, monthly, weekly, yearly. And this is the daily price line. This is where price opened up yesterday evening, Monday evening around 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we have come back down to it. As you can see, we again respected it, dropped in to take those stops, and then now we're kind of pushing away from it. So like it. I would definitely be targeting this dotted line, which is this structure right here, or the high right here. Since we're live on YouTube, just in case anyone joins that is not familiar with our community, we do use a lot of ICT concepts. We talk about ICT a lot in the community and everything. And but again, I teach market structure, price action, reading the candlesticks, and seeing patterns within the market, things like that. Those are the things that I kind of teach and do and within our community. So we have a pretty tight community. So we'll be watching this. We'll put it on mute for a second so we can get some more people in here, and see you in a second. honestly have no idea how well YouTube's going to work. I don't even know if I can handle all the stuff that I'm doing on it right now. So it might be super slow. Hmm. I don't even think I can be heard. Make sure the mic is set up. Hmm. Yeah, it's not picking me up on OBS. And hmm. Well, that's gonna suck for the people that are here. Fred, can you hear me? Fred, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Is it? I've also got it live on YouTube, but I don't think I can hear myself on YouTube. And it's not showing on my other stream that it's doing it. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Mic aux not connected, not available. This is what we're going to do. Apply. Okay. Now I wonder. Yeah. Let's see if that worked. Still good. And mine, I'm not. Um. It's you, me, and trading. There we go. Yeah. Now I can hear myself. Cool. The YouTube link should be um just the you, me, and trading. Yeah, YouTube/you, me, and trading. And I know I'm up on YouTube now and heard, so that's good. So we're about 12 minutes from news. Um, we got the consolidation this morning. You remember me telling you I would rather see it down here below here, and that little pattern showed up. And on the 1 minute chart, even though it was like super choppy, would not have taken this trade, but it kind of did what we wanted to do. Get down here below, respect that daily line, and then push back up. Would have been close to the target for about 3 points, maybe. But that would have been about it. Big drop back to a 15-minute chart. You see the pretty good pullback we've had so far. And a lot of it really is not much on dollar movement, right? Well, hang on. There we go. A very small pullback in the dollar. Much larger pullback in the ES. Let me let this dog outside. All right. Again, I'm really unsure as to what to expect with the news today. Yeah, absolutely. We can get a drop further down into here. Remember that 22-minute order block we put in there? Yeah. How awesome would it be if it just came down here and just ticked that, and then we got a nice little, little consolidation here on a smaller time frame, and then an entry. That would be pretty solid. This little mean threshold right here on a 22-minute chart. Perfect. Fully do not expect that to hold. But it'd be pretty nice if it did, though. Fred, nothing about this is choppy, is it? Like, it's pretty smooth, just like in the morning live rooms. I'm just running a few more programs, and I haven't ran this many programs at once. It is, yeah. It looks like it's streaming pretty good. I've got it on my another device, so I can see it happening on YouTube. So looks like we're moving pretty good. Maybe a second or two behind, so not too bad. It's awesome. Good. And this obviously has been recorded. But for those of you that end up showing up here on YouTube, tell me where you're from, what brought you here. Also, you, me, and trading, we are a small, tight knit community. Been around each other for a pretty while now. And we trade mainly some ICT concepts, but market structure and price action is our go to. So we try and read market structure and then utilize different types of strategies to enter and exit trades and targets. But a lot of it is highly influenced by ICT. And even though it's not on the screen, everything here is educational entertainment. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So here about 5 more minutes. Just looks like we're hanging out. We've taken out some lows again and got a nice little push. Still got these lows to take care of. I'm gonna drop a sell sign on this guy right here, which I just think, obviously technical analysis, like I always say, goes out the window with news. It does not matter anymore when it comes to news. So, you can only pick some levels that you might think news will bring it to and slow down and go from there. I got another dog that's ready to go out, so I only have two. So this is the last one. Hang on 1 second. All right. See what NQ is looking a lot the same. Yeah, like we got down in here. Man, see, nice little push run on those stops right here at higher time frame POI, which I think this is the Monday high. Yeah. So again, the three blue lines on the chart. Let me zoom out to a higher time frame. 3 blue lines on the chart is the Monday range. It's set at the close of action on Monday. And price tends to really like these areas. And I utilize certain concepts and trading concepts and ICT concepts and whatever around these areas in order to enter and exit trades. I read price action in these. It just kind of puts my eye on an area in which I think price is wanting to get to, wanting to go to. And from that point, I can make an informed decision on whether I want to take a trade or not. So as you can see, price right here at the Monday high and the daily price open. This is where the price opened up last night at 6 p.m. And very much respected. There's a very good push right there, right into news. So if you weren't wanting to trade the news and you were setting up, that right there could have easily been a good little pump. 20 points on the NQ. ES, not so much, but I like that. Look at that. It's a good little move there. Get back here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes and counting. Yep. 1.5 minutes left. A good little move there. So if for some reason, let's say the data is bad for the dollar, should probably get an initial pop up. And then, possibly a continuation of what's been happening over the last week, 2 weeks, where price just kind of continues to grind. If it's good for the dollar, we might initially get a little pop and then a sell off. So But if we weren't sitting here waiting on news here in the next 30 seconds, this right here is just a beautiful setup for a long. Let's go to contracts. There would have been your target structure on top of that. Pretty little surge right there. All right, news. Key to the news as well is there you go. There's that initial pop. We've got pending numbers right now. Clearly, they look dollar strong. Holding around that range of that 22-minute. And then there comes that. Still no numbers yet. No way you can trade in that. Period. It just wiped everybody out, long and short. All right, these are some levels that we had set up from this morning. All right, structure level right there, and then order block. There was a sell side line right here, wasn't it? I mean, a buy side? No, it's way up here, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay. I mean, in news, I'm not going to sit here and predict the price. I just know that it's going to do what it wants to do. I want the dust to, yeah, can't nothing like that. I mean, if you were set up long, 4 or 5 points maybe, if you got filled, a whip like that, sometimes you won't even get filled on it, and then you're guaranteed to get filled on your stop. But so yeah, we slammed up and then down, took out all this liquidity below here, right? Got into that this junk range right here, which was actually a 22-minute order block, and continue to move. So inflation numbers come out, actually bad for the dollar. Again, 0.1% on both. So this should continue higher. So possibly a bullish setup is what I'd like to see. The only question is, and I know this is probably some over analyzing, is have we already priced it in? Right, this move yesterday afternoon and overnight, that continuation. Did we already price some of this in? So how high can we go? I'm clearly going to be looking bullish over the next little bit, and if we get some type of setup in the next little bit, then I would. This is going to be one of my targets if I even have to have it that high. In this case, we're shooting for 3 to 5 points, depending on how many contracts I'm getting into. If I get in, so yeah, we got a nice little 1 minute setup right here. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. If the dust has settled enough yet. Still watching price action here. That this line is an overnight 15-minute order block. So we go to 15-minute. You'll see that. Let's drop back into that one. I mean, that right there could have been the move. It could have been your ends trade. I'm just not ready for it yet. I don't trust it. Good evening, Jenny. Staying up late for us. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, that's not too bad. I keep forgetting. Time change. That's late for me though. 10:30. I'm still waiting. I want Price to show me a little bit more here. Again, hardest thing to do right now is just be patient. Five-minute chart is still a very indecisive candle. And again, have we already priced a lot of that in, right? Ooh, that's a pretty good little move right there. I like that structure. See a few more candles. You know, one of the things that I try and do with news used to, I would have tried to play that first candle. Like it's going up. Nope, it's going down. It's going back up. And would have just got whipsawed. But now I'm perfectly content even waiting out, 15-minute candles after news and just letting the market decide which direction it wants to go. Technically we've got a range here. We got a high and a low from this huge 3-minute candle here. 5-minute candle just finished. That's a huge range, and it didn't tell us anything. So, the best thing to do is just one, you can go back to your morning analysis when all this is kind of done. And then two, you wait for your setup. I do kind of like this long now. I like how it's holding. My target would be the top of this right here. I'm gonna wait for the next candle or see what this candle does. So broker up on my tablet, but I will show the trade on the screen here. Yeah, see, that would have been it was a good play. I want to wait. Maybe the next candle will give us this little pullback into this region. Then we can continue up. Because I'm pretty confident that we're going to continue a little bit higher right now. My stop's going to be just below this. I'd like to see it come down here, kind of tip around 97.50. .30 seconds on this candle right here. See if it holds right in here, or if it just kind of dumps down. If it does, then I'm waiting. 10 seconds. I'm in. And I'm in. So again, initial target's going to be literally right there. Stop loss, I want out quick. So it's going to be basically a 2-to-1. So again, ends trade, a little bit of a box here. I like how we're kind of holding this. I might be a little early on this trade, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Let's see. So we're 98 technically. My 5 points, I'll take one off at 0350. So here, I'm gonna sell one. No, I gotta change it here. 0350. I really want to see this move now. Next candle or two, I want to go ahead and get partial out. doing? That's what I wanted. A little bit of slow action right here. Let's go out to the 5, see what 5 minutes looking like. I'm okay with that. It's really kind of holding this 15-minute order block though, right? So we haven't really wanted to get above it. Two-minute chart. I don't really like that price action. Taking a minute. A whole lot of tightening up right here. So we're getting this nice tightening up. It's basically which draw is it going to first, right? We've got a couple of candles here. This right here. Let's go. That mean threshold is just killing it. Need a pop. Nah, man. Need to push. It's kind of giving me a sense of, all right, so we've got this here and we've got this here, right? We're already digging into that. So it's giving me a feeling of this and then a go, which that's this right here is more wishful thinking because if we come back down, I mean, we could easily come all the way back down. So, but I do like this now. Again, 5-point right here. And I may, what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to move this up to this structure right here. Let's go right in here. It's a couple of points away from this structure right here. I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but mainly to kind of give me time to, because I'm going to end up having to modify that position, but I'm going to end up moving this up. So I'm going to do that on my tablet real quick. All right. Come on. Give me 5. Let's look at 3-minute right here. Because we were probably in a spot. There we go. That's a good little area. So little cause for concern right there. Well, 3-minute mean threshold, probably pretty close to the 5 there as well. Oh no, the 5 is a little bit lower. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Partial one taken. Oh, it automatically changed it on the screen. Good. So I did move this up. So what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to move this to above break even. I know that that's probably getting a little bit too excited, but perfectly fine with that. I'd like to see a good continuation. If for some reason we start to make a pullback and we slow down in that pullback, then I might move my stop up a little bit closer. I still like this as an overall target. So I'm gonna put a little line right there just for oh, way to go. Good job, Jenny. You out. Nice. All right, that's a good. Hey, 5 points. That's a great target on the ES. 5 points is all you need. Honestly, 3 points with the right amount of contract is all you need. And with a setup like this, it's pretty textbook on the ends trade. Go back to the 1 minute. We had a nice fair value gap, obviously, right there with the yellow box. It held. I liked this push. That's kind of what gave me a little bit more confidence in it. I wanted to see that pullback. Gave it to us, and then just kind of consolidated. And honestly, even though you want to see this thing just jump as soon as you're in, I was okay with this type of consolidation holding. If we had to come back down to retest these lows, I would have been less okay. Not because it would have got close to my stop or anything like that, but the fact that we are retesting the low of this, I don't want to see that. I want it to just move. So right now, 1 minute wise, I want to see this hold. So that structure right there, I want to see that hold. If you go to 3 minute, we're probably looking at, what could possibly end up being a fair value gap if it doesn't just shoot back down. I would almost consider, my stop's so close to that anyways. I would almost consider moving my stop to just below that. This candle closes below. I'll move my stop to just below that. Closes above that mean threshold, the consequent encroachment, then I'll leave it. I don't want to give too much back, right? This is at the area of 5 points, which was the 0350, which is where it's hanging out. That right there was a 2 contracts. That's $500. Locked in 250. I don't want to end up taking a $500 trade and making it 275. Right. The only reason I move my stop up here is I'm taking away the fact that this could just dump, right? And I don't want to give all of back what I've made in that. So it's an okay candle. Look for the wick to fill, and you want another wick. And we don't want to see it be a complete solid candle down here. But don't be surprised if the wick fills. But going back to moving the stops and everything, I am perfectly okay with moving my stop up below this candle after this one closes, or at least moving it to structure right, or just below structure. Because again, this was a $500 trade. I don't want it to be a 275 now. If we do not get continuation in the next couple of minutes, then we'll just go ahead and cut it where it's at. And I'll be satisfied, because I'm not going to be as satisfied if I had an opportunity through all this mess to go ahead and cut the trade or take it off, and then it trickles back down and hits my stop. I don't want that. Just go ahead and take it up here, a little more than 500. So another minute and a half. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart, see what we're doing. Yeah, see, consolidation kind of popped up above it. Look for a pullback. And we still may be coming up here, obviously, but it could take a while to get up there. It could grind up there. It could pull back deeply and then eventually get up there. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go ahead and cut it. All right. Let me go ahead and cut the trade. Okay, I'm fully out. Could have easily just went ahead and taken it right here. This consolidation, it's not that it's scary. It's just, when you already have, a certain amount because you used 2 contracts, right? You took one off, you secured an amount. You don't want to give that amount completely back. I mean, that's almost a loss of a trade. What's the point in putting that much risk on in the first place? So go ahead and cut it now. If we do work back into here, give us another entry. I'm more than happy to go ahead and take another long, as opposed to holding it to my stop and then being done with the day with a small win. Good trade regardless. That was a perfect end trade. Jenny, where's Toshier when she's supposed to be here, right? Hang on for a few more minutes, and then yeah, have a good one, Fred. I appreciate you being here, man. Is that what you're talking about? You about to have to get out of here? Yeah, I'm probably gonna shut down the stream too and just go ahead and load it up because that was a good trade, and we may just grind in a certain direction today, and it might look like a lot like yesterday morning, and there's no reason to be trading in that. So awesome, Miss Jenny. I'm glad you showed up, and I'm glad we were able to make money together. That was awesome. Yes, ma'am. All right, well, we'll go ahead and end it right here and call it a day. You have a good night. I will be back at it tomorrow.